just saw Anatomy of a Fall, and I know who's going to win the Oscar this year, or should. This woman, I don't think I've ever seen a more realistic performance in my life. It was fantastic. I mean, every performance, every actor in this movie, I don't know either the actors are great, or the director's great, or the writer, I don't know which one it was, but whoever, even the dog was amazing in this movie. The scenes, there's so many scenes where it's just so about what it is to be a human being, and it's so realistic, and so, like, I don't know, man. I got the chills multiple times inside of, like, monologues and dialogues. I thought this was going to be a movie about, like, did she or didn't she do it, and twists and turns and all this shit. And it was not about that. I mean, loosely it was about that, but it was more about, like, you know, looking into relationships. If you look into a relationship close enough, you're going to see flaws, and it's about interpretation and about how we perceive the world. I mean, there were certain scenes in this that were mind-blowing to me about how connected I was to what I was watching. It was just brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Now, it was 2.5 hours, and I felt the length, and that could be me. You know, like, there's been multiple times where I've been in a movie like, this is great, but I'm feeling this length, and I thought, like, you could definitely cut some time out of this movie, but wow. And then I looked to see if it was based on a true story, because that's how it felt to me. Like, they read these transcripts in court, and I'm thinking, is this a real transcript from, like, real people? Did this really happen? Is this a real event that I didn't hear about, that I didn't know about? And then the other thing was, like, the French court. I'm like, is this how they do court in France? I'm like, there's no fucking way. At first I was like, this is crazy, like, court's crazy. But I started to begin, and then this whole other thing about, I started to get in my head about how involved the government is in our lives, and almost like, okay, you're putting this woman through this. Why? Even if she did kill her husband, like, why are we even investigating this? Why are we spending our time? It was, I sort of had to understand for myself and reevaluate, like, okay, yeah, I guess people can't just go killing. They do got to investigate. But it just felt so, I felt so much compassion for her situation. But I also began to see the side of it was brilliant. It was brilliant. I don't know how, like, if it is about, like, old techniques that they've interpreted different in France or whatever, because just the choices of the shots were exceptional. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a 90, and that's only because of the length, and also, like, I think I see so many things, and this was different, and so I just really appreciated it. I mean, I don't know. Am I wrong? Like, was it extraordinary? It was good, right? Wow, I was blown away. Anyway, all right, so that's it. Peace and love.